Divine as a platform was his own. Yeah, but I come on and debate him. He comes on and debates me. I don't see an issue with that. That's fine. Anyways, moving to the next person. God damn it. Oh snap! That was an interesting debate. Oh man, that was getting fun too. God damn, that was getting fun. Hey, how old are you?
39.
What do you want to debate? I
Well, I'm
screen
just
recorded, by the way.
reading.
1 second. Yo, Spades, go ahead and post clips from that. And yeah, in my Discord as well. In my bio, you can join my Discord and send me like the debate that you recorded. Although I recorded it myself, but still. Hey, how old are you? What did you say?
39.
Yeah, I know his abortion debates. I've debated him on that before, and yeah, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, what do you want to debate?
I'm not sure because I'm reading you and I'm sort of agreeing with everything. God is
Okay, well,
mercenary. Agree. Go vegan. I am vegan. I've been vegan for 10 years.
man, that's amazing. I am only looking for disagreeers, though. That's great, though. That's great that you agree. You're an intelligent person. That's great that you agree. Hey, how old are you?
I'm 33. What's up, bro?
What do you want to debate?
I wanted to continue off the problem of evil if you wanted to do that.
Sure. Yeah. What part of that Where do you want to start?
So what is your premises for the problem of evil?
Yeah. The problem of evil, basically, God, triumphantly, God is just logically contradictory. He cannot be, or at least, yeah, he cannot be omniscient, omnibenevolent, and omnipotent at the same time. There must be some issue in that, and there's a logical, fallacy in that nature of him being all of those things, and so it's impossible for God to be all those things. Essentially, is the claim that I'm making. So, yeah,
So what
the
where's
contradictory thing cannot exist, huh?
where's the contradiction?
So, what do you define as evil?
So yeah, I would agree with Divine on that. I'd say evil is the negation of good.
Okay, yeah, I see. We don't even agree on definitions, so it's really difficult. Although I'd say from the Bible, we know that evil is, there's some evil acts, certain evil acts, and so it's not necessarily always a privation of good. It's kind of a tacky definition. I think there are evil acts, and that when people do certain things, it would be evil and not necessarily a privation of good. I don't think that logically makes sense. But even in that case, is that is there a world in which we could have always chosen good with our free will?
Well, let's go back to that definition real quick before we jump to that. So I don't think act in itself we can say as good as evil. So for example, you could say like ought and ought nots are is how we look at the world. But if we start doing
Yeah,
that,
that's a different definition, though. That's a different definition of good and evil. Like if we say we ought to do this, I'd say what we ought to do is good, what we ought to not to do is bad. But under the theistic definition, it would be based on what's in line with God's nature, what's with God or against God's nature.
so then how are you defining evil exactly?
In the theistic view, evil would be what's for God's nature or what's against God's nature. In the theistic worldview.
Right. So then what's different between what I said, which is negation of good? Because in scripture it says God is good.
Yes, and so essentially there can be evil though. For example, would you say Satan's evil?
In himself, I say Satan is evil. I say
Okay,
yes
so
because
and if you're defining evil as the privation of good, how does it mean that Satan is the privation of good? Like it's just a very tacky definition. And then I'm like, okay, is this act evil? Is this act more evil than this? Is this more privated of good than
so
this?
what I'm trying to say is that act in
Running in
itself.
circles.
What I'm trying to say is act in itself is not good or evil. It's causal effect.
Okay, that just doesn't make any sense. You're just saying words at this point. You're not
So
actually making an actual
the
argument.
so the example of that would be we could say that the act of lying can be good in certain circumstances and evil in other circumstances. So most times people would say lying is wrong. Would you disagree or agree with that?
That's irrelevant because we're talking about defining evil and good. So that's irrelevant to the point at hand. What we're saying is that like privation of good argument doesn't work. There can be evil acts which is against God's nature and good acts which are for God's nature. I wouldn't say that the definition is the privation of that. Like, you know what I mean? Just like, I wouldn't say, with opposites, it just doesn't work out. I don't think it's a good definition that makes sense whatsoever.
Sure. So that's why we're trying to figure out the
But
definition. So
regardless, even if we go off of your definition, sure, it's the privation of good. The point is that is there a world in which we could have always done good?
we'll get there, but we need to clarify.
No, it's not. We'll get there. We're using your definition. Is there a world in which we could have always done good?
Is there a world where we could always have done good? Sure.
Yes. Hello?
Yeah, I said yes.
Okay, so why didn't God make that world?
Because it would have negated some of our free will.
Okay, what's the definition of free will?
So free will is the freedom to make choice.
Okay, let me ask you, does God have free will?
Yes, God has free will.
Does God always do good?
Yes.
Okay, so there's a world in which we could have had our free will and always chose good, because free will by nature means you can always choose good freely. So
Okay.
that's a contradiction.
So do you have free will?
Again, why are you asking me a question? You just said that we have free. Do you think we have free will? Let me ask you.
Yeah, I do. So I'm going to clarify.
Okay, so you acknowledge that we could have. There's a world in which we could have always done good with our free will, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So why didn't God? So why didn't God make that world instead of this world in which we did bad?
Well, I'm trying to answer that question.
Okay, what's the answer?
So it's to our nature, right? So we have a certain nature. So for example, can a bird choose to fly?
What? Why are you mentioning birds? That's you're misunderstanding it. It's nothing to do with birds. It's the fact that you just said you acknowledge that we could have always done good. It's very simple. So
this is just a
either you have to accept that we don't have free will, or you have to accept that God is not omnibenevolent because
no, I don't have to accept that. So does the bird have the free will to choose to fly?
Oh my goodness, why are you, what does this have to do with birds? This analogy doesn't work because we are not birds.
How do you know the analogy doesn't work if I haven't given the full analogy yet?
Oh my goodness, because you're comparing us to birds. You don't need to do that. What you need to explain to me is exactly why God didn't make a world in which we could have always done.
I'm trying to, but you're not going through the...
Okay, yes, the bird has the free will to fly or not.
Okay, do you have the free will to choose to fly?
Do I have the free will to choose to fly? Do you mean based with no equipment or anything?
Correct.
Yes.
You can fly?
As in I can choose to try to fly, but physically I wouldn't be able to, but I can make a choice to want to try and fly and physically attempt to fly by flapping my arms.
And what would happen?
But I would not fly if I tried to do that.
Correct, yeah. So a bird has, to his nature, has the ability to choose to fly and has no problem doing it. To our nature, we do not, but we do not have different levels of free will.
What? But but this is irrelevant because we have the free will to choose good all the time. We can't. That's a logical possibility.
Correct. And we also.
So why didn't God make a world in which we always did? This is why your contradictions are relevant. So why didn't God make a world in which we did?
Yeah. So we have the free will to choose evil because that's part of our nature.
Yes, but there's a world in which God could have made it that we always choose good, right?
God does not have the free will to choose evil because it's not part of his nature.
Okay, so now you're saying God doesn't have free will. You said he has free will, now you're saying he doesn't have free will. You literally said earlier God has free will, and now you're saying he doesn't have the free will. God damn it.
I'm not sure how you're not following my argument here.
Pardon?
I'm not sure how you're not following. Can you steel man what I'm trying to say?
Buddy, you're not making an argument. You're floundering. You're like a fish. You're floundering. You don't know what to say. You're like, he has free will. You previously said, now you're saying he doesn't have free will. There's just simply no point. I'm sorry. There's simply no point, man. You contradicted yourself. At that point, we're done. We're done, buddy. God damn it. Oh, God. No God. The only man in the sky is KSI. Yeah, I kicked you because you contradicted yourself. You gotta try and find a better defense, or you gotta secede the argument. If you contradict yourself, there's nothing else to say, my dear boy. You're done, son. God damn it. This is why KSI is our Lord and Savior. Oh, God. No God. The only man in the sky is KSI. Let's move to the next person, guys. Double tap that screen. God damn it. Okay, this person's too afraid to join. It's ridiculous. It's truly wild. It's truly wild. God damn it. Oh, dearie me. History Bob. God, bro, can you join? Why are you guys so afraid? We got some very afraid people to join. Lunchly does not have meat in it, okay? Stop disrespecting KSI. Why you kick me out, bro? I wasn't rude. Bro, you contradicted yourself. You're just being dishonest at that point. You're done. You said he has free will, then you said he doesn't have free will. You need to work on your worldview and make it consistent. Hey, how old are you? Hello?
Hello,
How old are you?
22.
What do you want to debate, young lady?
I didn't even know I was going to be able to come up, to be honest. I mean, we could debate about veganism or about God if you...
Okay, well, I need an actual someone who actually has an argument. God damn it. Double tap the screen, everyone. That's not why. That's literally what you said word for word. We can run back the recording later, and you can see that you said God has free will, and then now you're saying God doesn't have the free will to do insert whatever. That's a contradiction, buddy. Hey, how old are you, my dear boy?
Hello, I'm 18.
What do you want to debate, son?
About veganism.
Okay, why aren't you vegan? What's wrong with you?
I feel like you need meat in your diet.
You don't. Okay, let me help you out, son. You don't need meat whatsoever in your diet. That's just dishonest. You don't need meat whatsoever. So I don't know why you'd say the silly point of you need meat, guys. You don't need meat in your diet whatsoever. So that's an irrelevant point. So I don't even know as to why you'd bring that up when you in fact don't need meat whatsoever. You can be perfectly healthy on a vegan diet. The studies from the National Institute of Health claim that you can be perfectly healthy in a vegan diet. They looked at the long-term effects of plant-based diets, and you can be healthy as a vegan. So you're just lying. So could you explain to me what part of that you don't understand? Because you seem to have trouble following on.
Well, there's some nutrients you can't really gain from some plants or a
That's
lot of
actually
plants in
false.
general.
As I said, you can be perfectly healthy on a vegan diet. That means you can gain every single nutrient you need without unaliving innocent animals which don't consent for you eating their dead carcass. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? Yes or no?
Well, okay. You know
Hello?
how
Instead of blowing in your mic, can you say yes or no? Do you understand that?
No, because you need meat in your diet.
I just
Simple
told you
as
you
that.
don't. What? I just told you all the data and the
Evolved to eat
studies.
meat and plants.
One
And
second, my dear
plants.
boy. Shh, you're being loud, but you're not listening. Listen here, wakey, wakey. Welcome to planet Earth. I just told you that all the data says that you don't actually need to eat meat to You don't need to eat meat to actually live perfectly healthy. That all the data has shown that.
As people, we evolved to eat both plants and meat. That's the thing.
Do you think we should do slavery? Do you think we should do slavery?
Absolutely not. Slavery is horrible.
Okay, but we evolved. And how would you feel if I said we evolved to do slavery? Yes, it would be. You think I'd be very silly. The point is this: is that just because we evolved and ate meat doesn't mean we evolved to eat meat. Those are two separate things. Okay, those are two different syllogisms. Just because we evolved and ate meat doesn't mean we evolved to eat meat. Just because we evolved and did slavery doesn't mean we evolved to do slavery. That's what you're not understanding, and this is why you're intellectually struggling here. And I'm trying to help you bridge the gap between your neurons so that you understand exactly what I'm trying to say.
I see.
God damn it, he's flustered. He's flustered. He's befuddled. He's brazenly slow. Throw him a lifeline. Throw him a lifeline. Hey, how old are you? Hello? Hello? Oh, why are you guys so afraid to join? Please. Also, guys, feel free to subscribe. Make sure to subscribe here. If you press the star and subscribe, it really does help support the stream. It does help me keep streaming. So if you want more streams, do subscribe. It really does help. You also get access to amazing stickers. You get access to great stickers. Yusuf, I'm gonna mod you up, man. My phone, it does that. 1 second. 1 moment. Anyways, but yeah, it gives you access to amazing stickers, and yeah, it helps go a long way. So I appreciate you guys. Doing that if you do. All right, Yusuf. Yeah, feel free to add people, and I'll bring them off, but you add them on. You should be able to now. Thank you for the roses. Yo, Toby Ben Sullivan, stop disrespecting KSI. I'm not going to tolerate it. Try and bring people who are new on as well. Yo. Okay, this dude's a little afraid to join. God damn it. KSI, stop disrespecting KSI, Lord and Savior. It's rude to disrespect people's deities. Okay. Let's get the next person on. God damn it. All right, sure. Yeah, you can add Gatto on if you have a question. Next person on. Damn it. Hello. Yeah, you can add. Okay. Let's get the next person on. These people, why are you guys so afraid? Let's get the next person on, man. God damn it. Also, feel free to subscribe, guys. It really does help. And let's reach 20,000 likes, man. Let's reach 20,000 likes. Everyone double tap that screen.
Shut up, you mother flipping nigga. Shut up, you nigga.
Don't remove him. Don't remove him. Don't remove him. Don't remove him.
You nigga.
Why do you feel okay saying that? Can you explain to me why you feel okay saying that? What's wrong with you? It's not funny. It's truly sad. But why do you feel okay saying that? See, you're not saying it anymore because you know it's wrong.
Why, you nigga?